So this verse here, John 15:5, I take as being sort of interesting to label it as the strongest anti-free will verse in the Bible. Now, there's a lot of these verses that are anti-free will. Isaiah 26:12, he will do all our works in us. You know, there's many that can be listed, but this one here, look at that. Look at the end there. So they're talking about coherence first. But then look at the end. For without me, ye can do nothing. Look how strong the language is. So if you consider that God wrote this, you know, and according to not the inspired view, but the stronger view, the dictation view of Scripture, where God, you know, we say God wrote this. He uses a very deliberately chosen word, nothing. Now just imagine the free will theology. The free will theology says no. Says no to this verse. Because in the free will theology, we can do all kinds of stuff. I remember reading Grudem's Systematic Theology in the part where he's talking about free will. Where he's talking about our lives are the sum of our free will choices. So, Revelation 12, God's the creator of all things. You know, God's in control of all things. I guess that's just thrown out the window then. So, but anyway, if you take this just for what it says, the plain reading, then there's no room for free will. So this is why I'm a hyper-Calvinist, verses like this. One of the most famous verses in the Bible. How can anybody believe in free will? What? Everybody believes in free will. I very rarely meet Christians that are against free will. And usually what I do is usually a pastor of the Reformed tradition or something. So that you can see how it violently, the free will theology, the pride theology, clashes with Scripture. There's a violent collision free will theology has with that word nothing. Apart from me, you can do nothing. And again, like I was saying, this is right after talking about coherence, where we know we grow from God, we're born of Him, John 1:13. Ezekiel 20, Ecclesiastes 12:7. And we're in Him and He in us. There's the coherence. That's beyond words. It's supernatural interaction. We didn't even know how to explain that, I don't think, in any of our philosophy, any of our theology. So, and then, in the coherence, though, there's only one that's doing all the work. So, free will theology, impossible in Scripture.